As soon as I left school, I started my first job and I saved every penny I made, which made me a multimillionaire and gave me the life I'd always dreamed of. This statement isn't just false, it would have been downright impossible. The trouble is, many people that want to get rich are falling for the money-saving trap. Why? Because it's exactly what they want you to believe. They want you trapped in a constant cycle of never having enough. So you are forced to work a job you don't enjoy until you've saved enough to retire when you are old and gray. If you want to get rich, then you need to break out of this system. But it's not going to be easy when I say that you have little to no chance of saving your way to becoming a millionaire while you're still young. I'm not trying to crush your dreams, quite the opposite. I want you to accelerate your timeline and start building the life you want now while you're still young enough to enjoy it. So if you want to become rich, then listen closely and consider subscribing to our channel to receive more valuable insights that will help you on your journey to financial success. Things will start to become clearer and your path to prosperity will become more achievable. Your money isn't real. Would you like to live in a world where all your choices are influenced by someone behind the scenes secretly pulling the strings and conducting your life like some kind of orchestra? Of course you wouldn't. Unfortunately, this is far closer to reality than you might realize. For years now, institutions like banks and governments have been taking advantage of people who haven't been taught how to manage their money, and it's not their fault. The schools just don't teach them this stuff. Saving money gives people the illusion of control. Meanwhile, the banks are making big profits right under our noses. In the past, people could exchange their money for gold in banks, which was the gold standard. However, this system ended in 1933, and the US dollar became fiat money. This fiat money is government-issued currency that holds value because the government decides it does, giving them more control over the economy. The money people chase and hoard is a bit like monopoly money, only having value because the game says it does. Banks offer store money in return for a measly 0.5% interest, while using it to generate huge profits. Banking has become one of the wealthiest sectors, but it wasn't always this way. Over the years, banks have become more interested in using hard-earned money to boost their income, such as selling subprime mortgages, which was one of the reasons for the 2008 financial crisis. Banks act in their own self-interest, and people should not blindly trust them to have their back. Many millionaires, such as Robert Kiyosaki, are interested in saving gold and silver, which they call God's money because it has real value. This strategy is a good way for the rich to protect their wealth, but it may not be suitable for everyone, especially young people who can afford some risk. Your money is disappearing. Imagine having $10,000 in a bank account earning 0.5% interest per year, which is well over the average rate in the last 5 years. If you froze yourself for 1,000 years in one of those cryogenic chambers, you would have nearly $1.5 million, which would buy less than the original $10,000 today. Inflation is slowly eating away at your money every year, making it less valuable. The same dollar today used to buy more when I was younger, but now won't even buy me a Tango Ice Blast slushie. The rate of inflation is reported to be 3.67% in the USA, but it's likely much higher than this. The main point is that your money is becoming less valuable by the second factor. There are 3 main factors contributing to inflation: demand-pull inflation, cost-push inflation, and increased money supply. Demand-pull inflation occurs when there's a higher demand for used cars, leading to higher prices. Cost-push inflation occurs when the money supply increases faster than the rate of product production, resulting in too much money and not enough products. In conclusion, your savings are being eaten away from every angle, and it's crucial to address these factors to prevent inflation. Spending isn't the answer. We live in a consumption society that has psychologically programmed us to behave in a certain way. You've been lied to all your life by your parents, your friends, and your teachers, leading you to be tricked into doing things you actually don't want to do, and on many more occasions than you realize. So I'll give you the choice, just as Morpheus gave Neo in The Matrix. You take the blue pill and you wake up tomorrow and you believe whatever you want to believe, or you take the red pill and you realize how deep this rabbit hole goes. Once you start seeing money differently and as a tool to grow your wealth, rather than something you just use to buy things with, then you can have everything you ever want. It's important to have an emergency fund of 3 to 5 months of your living expenses, but you should only dip into this as a last resort and not take a spontaneous trip to the Caribbean. How you can beat the system. The markets will historically give you an average yearly return of 8 to 10%, which would be a good option for most people. Of course, this isn't guaranteed, but if we look at the last 100 years of data, it seems pretty reliable, and it's certainly been my experience. It's extremely simple to log into an investing app and buy a low-cost index fund like the S&P 500 and just hold it long-term. But there are 4 things you need to consider before you start investing. The first thing is transparent, low pricing and no fees for investing in ETFs, as you really don't want to be paying 1% fee every time you buy an ETF. This will just eat into your returns. The second thing is the ability to invest in money market funds, as they normally have better interest rates than savings accounts, while not being as risky as investing in stocks. Instead, these money market funds invest in high-quality short-term debt from governments, banks, or corporations. These are great as you can draw your money out very easily, and the interest, otherwise known as the yield, is paid into your account on the first of every month. But it's worth noting that money market funds are not insured or guaranteed, unlike savings accounts, which are under SEC's protection and may lose value. The third is a multi-currency account, which you can use to earn interest on your non-invested cash sitting in your account, ideally at rates of up to 4.5% for the Great British Pound and US dollar, as well as 3.25% on your Euro account. You need to start now. Many people view saving money as a safety net, but they often overlook the opportunity cost. Many people have left their money in their savings accounts due to fear of taking risks, which can lead to missing out on significant crypto and stock market profits. For example, Tesla stock is overvalued, leading some to wait for price drops before investing. However, the stock's recent surge from $700 to near $900 shows that the cost of waiting is 35%. Investing in fractional shares can yield significant returns, such as $35 if invested $100. The average saving account interest rate is not 0.06%, making it difficult to invest and loan money at higher rates. Money is for emergencies, enjoyment, and investing, so it doesn't need to be on hand 24/7. For American viewers, signing up for Moomoo offers 16 free stocks worth between $2,000 and $2,000, providing a great investing platform. While saving money is essential, the idea of saving all money in a bank account is outdated and needs to adapt. People are taking control of their finances, which is a positive sign. Money is a tool not to be hoarded, but to be used. In my opinion, it's better to let money go out and play rather than keep it on the sidelines. Thank you for joining us on this eye-opening exploration of the financial system and the illusion of money. It's time to break free from the cycle of saving and start making your money work for you. By investing wisely and understanding the true value of your wealth, you can accelerate your journey to financial success. Subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights and practical tips to help you take control of your financial future. Don't wait. Start now and unlock the doors to financial freedom. Your wealth is within your reach, and together, we'll pave the way to a brighter and more prosperous tomorrow.